What's up, survivors? Welcome. All right, so as you guys can clearly see, I'm back playing Ark. Now, that does not mean I'm stopping with Myth of Empires unless something happens between now and the end of January. Or after the end of January, if we're being precise. But that's no here nor there. That's a topic for another discussion. Anyways. Oh, where do I start? So I've been debating for about a month now, ever since Lost Islands was on the verge of coming out out, about coming back to Ark. I've played Ark for 6 years. To be honest with you, it gets kind of dull after a while. I think my biggest problem is I never could really find the urge to play offline. I don't like Ark as an empty world. It's always been something that's hard for me to do. And I mentioned that before in the the last series that I tried to do, where it ended up glitching out and I lost a bunch of my saved files because I derped out and forgot to back up my saves, at least to a reasonable point in the game. I mean, it was backed up, but it was like a week ago. Yeah, it's here nor there again. But anyway, so I'm gonna try my luck at playing Lost Island, doing a solo play for Lost Island. I have not looked at any of the content for it. I have never seen any of the map other than the pre-release version of it, that you could obviously download and check out. I've also have no idea what spawns where or anything like that. So we're literally going to be jumping into Lost Islands blind. Saying that, be gentle for you guys out there that do stumble upon this. Be gentle. Now, I have 6 years of experience, but that doesn't mean I'm a pro. I'm a PvEer at heart. Even though I did play PvP, I only ever did the PvE side of it. Like, I did a lot of taming, I did breeding, I helped out with grinding, but when it came down to the PvP aspect of the game, I kind of sat on the sidelines most of the time for that. So, in saying that, and getting that out of the way, don't expect some godlike play styles here. Endgame style play, but not god tier. So, we're going to jump right in here real quick. Now, I did already do some stuff on these maps because I was getting my settings set up. I had to make sure everything was working. So, I'm right in front of you guys right now. I am going to delete the Lost Islands and the island save. There you go. I have nothing on those maps now. They're deleted. That was just me running some tests, making sure everything was working. So, basically, this episode is going to be a rundown of my 2022 Let's Play for Ark's Lost Island. Now, I was anticipating this map for a very long time. I was under the impression this was supposed to be a island upgrade when it was being being talked about before it had been released. I then found out it is not just an island upgrade, but it's a little bit of every map put into one. I was a little disappointed about that because I was really hoping for a island upgraded map. Now, it still is an island map. It's kind of like an island center hybrid, but it's got a little bit of everything from every map. It's, from what I've read, it's got magmasaurs, it's got megalachons or whatever hell. It's got megatrons, by the way, guys. It's got those giant ass water turtles from Gen 1. From what I've heard. Okay, now this is just things that I've accidentally stumbled upon, so I'm a little upset. I guess there's even snow owls, I think. I don't know if I read that correctly on accident. Again, I'm kind of going into this blind. I've heard rumors about some of the dinos that spawn here, that they do come from other maps as well too, as well as the 3 new ones, which I'm excited for. Now, this is going to be a complete offline playthrough. Now, because of that, we're definitely going to have the settings bumped up. And I did go into the INI and fix one thing that in case you guys are curious, it's override default 5.0. That way, everything spawns exactly like it does in official servers. Saying that this gameplay is going to be very, very, very close to official server settings. Minus a handful of things. Obviously, first and foremost, right off the back, difficulty 1.0 with override to 5.0. That way everything spawns at level 5 increments. And then jumping into it, XP is going to be at 1.0. Honestly, you can get to level 100 easily in this game. It ain't that hard. Taming is at 3.0. If you're not aware, about a year, 2 years ago, they defaulted the vanilla saving settings that were originally 6.0 to 3.0 settings. So that's why there's no reason to go any higher than 3.0. That's default, or that's what I have it set to now. So we'll be taming at traditional 6.0, but the game speed refers to it as 3.0 now. Harvesting is at 3.0. I'm playing solo. I can't sit around all day. I ain't got time. Especially if I'm playing, this is going to be kind of a side series for me. I need to be able to do a lot of harvesting quickly between episodes, and I can't sit there for, like on official servers, for, 7 hours harvesting on, like I do on weekends during ×2 or ×3 events. So that's why this is at ×3. Now, saying that, I have no problem with jumping in and doing a official servers playthrough with you guys, if any of you guys out there want to do it. However, do not depend on me being the main person. I'm just going to say that now. I am not going to log in and maintain the timers and the base and all that stuff because I won't have time for it. But I would love to still play official. I actually prefer official over solo play. Now I got that out of the way again. We're going to just keep going here. All of this stuff I haven't touched. Obviously, crosshairs is turned on. Third person's turned on. PvE mode is turned on, so you don't have to worry about cryopod. The cryopod BS, basically sleep timer and all that stuff. Show location on map is turned on. Enable PvE gamma is turned on. Corpse locator obviously turned on. And this is one thing I did turn on, by the way, guys. I did turn on disable structure placement collision because I'm playing solo offline. I kind of want it. Now I'm going to try to avoid doing like funky things, but for the most part, it's there just for a little bit of things. Like if I want to move some stuff around, or I really want to fit that one item kind of tightly fit that you normally couldn't do into that little corner, I want to be able to do that. That's basically what I'm going to use it for. Or, occasionally I might have 1 or 2 foundations I would have technically clipped into a wall or clipped into a rock or something that you couldn't do on official. This just makes it so I don't have to worry about that little nitpicky thing. Okay, moving on. Unlimited respecs, obviously. I mean, come on. Nobody wants to be limited by respecs. And the rest of this stuff is turned off. Okay, and then under advanced, so we're going in here right away. Now I do have allow cave building PvE turned on for emergency uses only. Like if I have to do something because of an emergency situation, I will have that turned on. But I will try to avoid that as much as possible because I want to try to keep this as close to official PvE. But if something does happen and I do feel like I need to build or need to play something, I will do that. Allow cave flying carry, or allow flyer carry. This is a PvP setting. I'm allowing it in PvE because we're playing solo, and it just makes life so much easier when you're playing offline solo. I don't mind taming things traditionally on PvE servers since that's what I'm used to as well. But at the same time, this just makes life easier when playing offline solo. Disabled structure and dino decay just in case something gets funky. I don't want things disappearing because of decay. That's all that's about. All right, moving on. It doesn't look like there was anything in this I had to mess with. I didn't mess with eggs, poop, mating intervals 0.01. So pretty much you can breed like every 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on the creature. We're playing offline. I can't sit here and babysit babies or wait on, when I turn the servers off, everything freezes. So yeah, you guys get it. You guys understand how this works. Egg hatching speed I have at 50x. I would put that up higher, but like normally I would have that close to about 70, but because I like using the egg incubators, this gives me an excuse to use them. So instead of the eggs hatching normally like with this, 69.9 or 69.8 or whatever I normally have it at, this kind of allows me to use the egg incubators. So if I do walk away, I don't have to worry about them accidentally hatching while still having about the same amount of time frame. So it just kind of makes up that little difference using the egg incubator. Baby growth speed is 24.5. Now, the whole reason why this is right here is because when you get down to cuddle intervals, 0.035, if you're seeing this, you're probably like, I recognize those settings. probably because they're very oftenly used among other creators. Now, I can't call myself on the same level as all of them, but it's a very common setting to use these numbers for baby maturation and for baby growth cuddle intervals and all that stuff, because it just works really well. That way you're not waiting. It lines up the cuddles every 15 minutes. Well, whatever they ask for, whether it's kibble or cuddles, or they want to walk or whatever. It just lines it up better. So it's every 10 to 15 minutes for most creatures, unless you're raising a giga. Then I think it's like every 20 or something. Along with the time frame, because most of the creatures will take anywhere between 1 to 3 to 4 hours, depending on the creature. So this just helps line that up better. That's the whole point of this. So some of the easier early stage creatures will raise really quickly, like within an hour, but some of the bigger end game things will still take a couple of hours, like Rexes, Gigas, you know, all that kind of stuff. This just allows me to be able to do breeding a little bit more casually and in a much faster pace. That way I can actually have episodes that are like breeding episodes and some episodes that are just normal episodes, you know, whatever. I don't have to worry about breeding for like a month or technically like half a year just to get the stats I need. So that's the whole point in that. I don't think I touched any of this. I did touch spoil. I do have it at 2 times, just because it makes life easier. It's just that simple. I have growth speed at 2 times as well for crops. I like it at 2 times because if you don't have a greenhouse set up early game, this is just a kind of, it gives you like an extra 20 to 30% boost to the crops, so they grow a little bit faster, but not fast enough to really be a big issue. So that's basically the reason why I have it there. Now, if I feel like they're growing too fast late game, I will turn it back down, but this is for early game. I like to have it right there. Especially since the servers do go offline. That's another reason too. I didn't mess with any of the dino stats. They're all default. Didn't mess with any of the XP. Didn't mess with this. Show floating damage text. That's turned on. Allow custom recipes and allow raid dino feeding. This basically allows you to feed like the Titanosaurus, which is the giant Bronto looking thing that wanders around most maps, as well as the Titans from Extinction. That way, if I tamed them, I can still have them for the boss fight without worrying about them decaying on me and have to turn around and go do the fight again. That kind of thing. Granted, I don't plan on going into a situation for those because we're going to be doing a Lost Island series. This is just turned on by default because, well, I'd rather have it on now and not deal with it later, basically. Oh, and we never know. We might tame a Titan. Well, Titanosaurus, not a Titan. I didn't mess with any of the qualities of loot, so all of the quality of loot is default. 100% default. So yeah. Now, if I feel like I need to turn it up, I might. But I don't think we're going to need to, because from the rumors I've heard, farming loot in this map is really, really easy. It's kind of top tier. Similar to, not as good as Gen, but if you know what to look for and how to farm it, apparently it's really, really easy to farm really quality loot. And I think that's it. Get through this one pretty quickly. Again, I'm not messing with the engrams. There's no point. And then none of this was messed with. So yeah. So anyways, guys, I just want to let you guys know, you know, I'm going to try to have as much fun with this as I can. I want you guys to be able to have as much fun with this as you can. If you're watching my Lost Island series, you know, just try to interact if you guys want to. You know, if you guys want to leave comments down below, you know, if you guys try just not to spoil things for me. Try not to be like, yo, if you go here, you can find exactly this, and this. Or if you go to exactly these coords, just don't do something like that. Be like, oh, by the way, there are these things on the map. If I've brought it up before and you want to be like, yeah, they are there, then something like that's okay. But don't be like, oh, by the way, you did know that this creature is on the map too. If you go to this location, it's like, no, I didn't know the creature was there. Thanks for spoiling it. Okay, so just try not to spoil things that I haven't already currently talked about. Also, I don't know how many episodes I'm going to do a week. Because I'm still doing guides for Myth of Empires. And I may actually start a playthrough series for Myth of Empires if the game actually does succeed with everything that's going on with it right now. because it is a very fun game. And it's really sad to see a lot of creators walk away from it right now, but I understand why, because dedicating a lot of time into a game that possibly may not have a life isn't healthy or isn't good for bigger creators. For somebody small like me who's still building my content, it was a really good platform for me to be able to start pushing my YouTube and pushing my platform, because as for all of you guys who have followed, and I greatly appreciate it, and I thank you, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this Lost Island series I'm doing for Ark, as well as I still have a couple of other episodes from some other series from older games that I'm doing that will be popping up. I have like 20 episodes from content from other stuff that I just haven't pushed out yet that I would like to get out for you guys. But I know I'm going off track here, but hopefully moving forward with this Lost Island series, I can depend on your guys' support and just, you know, helping out and just being, you know, talkative, being energetic, and just having fun in the comments. Also, don't forget, guys, I do have a Discord. It is open to the public. It is not very well set up yet because I'm not very good with Discord. So if any of you guys out there would like to help manage the Discord and set it up better, I would greatly appreciate the assistance. I'm still trying to figure out how to work the whole Discord thing correctly. I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to Discord, when it comes to multitasking in general. So it takes a lot out of me to be able to focus just on making these series and editing them and making sure I've got the content, and just trying to keep up with that, and then having to turn around and manage Discord on top of it, along with a 3-year-old that follows me around half the time. It can be a little stressful trying to remember, oh yeah, did I do that? So if you're one of those people, I'm always welcome for a little bit more assistance on Discord. Also, I did recently set up my Patreon because I was asked about if there were any ways that people could, you know, help support the channel through donations and stuff, since I don't really stream that much anymore. Now, I do have a PayPal set up through my stream, but if you don't want to do that, it's just the regular tips and donation thing that you normally do through streaming. I do have my Patreon set up. Those links will be in the descriptions down below of every video. You're more than welcome to stop by over there if you're feeling generous and sub as a Patreon. I don't have any bonuses for it right now. It's strictly just, you know, a big thank you and a big, you know, welcome to the family type deal. But down the road, if things do progress in a positive direction with my channel, as well as, you know, possible other games, you know, we might be opening up, you know, servers and stuff, and I'm going to need more help figuring out that stuff. So I'm always going to need a right hand, you know, with just setting things up. So thank you if you guys do that, but that's here nor there. I just want to get that information out there. So this has been dragging on about a little over 18 minutes now. I was kind of hoping to keep this shorter, but I think this is a good point to cut off, guys. All right, so welcome to my Lost Island series. Thank you for watching the intro episode, and don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below, guys. Let me know how excited you guys are for this series, if you want me to do any other types of series, and I hope to see you guys on this awesome map, because I heard it's great and I'm excited for it. Anyways, guys, take care and happy hunting.